Today, live from the iCave, why Apple's AirPods Max are not overpriced. Yesterday, Apple, as expected, dropped the new product announcements. Not just the very much expected Apple Fitness Plus, but also the fairly expected AirPods over-ear headphones, now carrying the name of AirPods Max. And there is a lot to talk about with these, so let's get into what just happened.
For the latest Apple news, rumors, and leaks, every weekday at 12 UTC. Join us in the iCave.
I'm iCave Dave, and if you want the latest Apple news, leaks, and rumours every weekday at 12 UTC, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so that you do not miss a thing. So first, Apple Fitness Plus. While this was announced way back at the Apple Watch and iPad event in September, Apple Fitness Plus is set to launch on December the 14th, bringing studio-style workouts to iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV, with workout metrics provided by Apple Watch. Apple Fitness Plus launches with 10 workouts, including high-intensity interval training, strength, yoga, dance, core, cycling, treadmill, rowing, and mindful cooldown. I'll be diving way deeper into Apple Fitness Plus as it's going to be my main exercise, but we finally know when we can get started, and of course Apple Fitness Plus does complete Apple One Premium, or Premier, or whatever the really expensive tier is that only 8 countries are allowed to play with. The one that comes with the Apple News Plus thing. AirPods Studio, AirPods Max. So John Prosser was right, it wasn't cryptic at all, it was just the name of the AirPods. Also, John was back in our chat for the live coverage of the announcements yesterday, which was awesome, and I really appreciate him joining us in the chat. So first of all, sticker shock. These are not cheap, I agree. They're not for everyone, and if the price shocks you, they're probably not for you. Daniel Doran, who's one of our regular viewers and helped out with some of the moderating in the chat itself, is a professed audiophile. But before we send help, because obviously spending money on things that you really enjoy is absolute insanity, let's have a look at his expectations based on what he thinks Apple is doing with the AirPods Max. Daniel's take is that these will be rivaling much more expensive headphones than the £549 price, specifically mentioning Grado reference series monitors. The Grado RS1E comes with a high 3-figure price, which you can increase by $170 if you have the audacity to want an XLR cable instead of a 3/4 jack. Yes, that's right, you can only have these in wired and they don't have noise cancelling. Apparently you'd be looking at around $3,000 for something with similar features and similar sound to the AirPods Max, assuming the custom drivers and other technology sounds as good as Daniel expects it to. And obviously we haven't heard them yet, which is such a difficult thing to judge. And while I'm not going to stand here and list all of the features because every other YouTube video on the internet will already have done that, and you're probably just as good at reading a website as I am, it does remind me of a couple of other fairly recent Apple product launches, Pro Display XDR and M1 Max, and both for similar reasons. When the Pro Display XDR was released, everyone was shocked that it cost $5,000, and that Apple had the audacity to charge another $1,000 for the stand. Outrageous compared to the previous Cinema display and Thunderbolt displays, although both of those were 1440p rather than 6K. But then they were suddenly being compared to $43,000 reference monitors from Sony in high-end pro colour correction work in studios, with their incredibly high brightness and colour accuracy. Were they 100% as good? No, but they were substantially better than anything else that was even close to the same price. And with M1, a handful of people like myself came away from the event thinking how mind-blowing this could be, and that Apple had pretty much confirmed what we'd been talking about for some time. While large parts of the internet, Linus, were incredibly sceptical, and even many reviewers that had got access to M1 were rerunning their benchmarks multiple times, thinking they'd somehow run only half a test or just broken the whole thing because it couldn't possibly be this fast. Yet the performance was almost exactly in line with what a few of us thought. I think that Apple has, of course, done a great job of marketing these headphones, and they look fantastic. They look even better in motion than they look in the still images, and I think that there's going to be a second wave of excitement when the reviews come out, and they're compared to much, much more expensive specialist equipment. These are not Beats in a shinier case, these are serious pieces of audio equipment, and no press release or online presentation could possibly do them justice. While all the fun techie stuff like the magical spatial audio that fixes your soundscape to a device and then tracks your head movement around sounds amazing, and 20 hours of continuous battery life is pretty incredible. And the colours look really good. That's not what's going to sell these. But nor will the list of features that were intended to be included in them that had to be cut to get them out the door, or at least rumoured features. There's no touch surfaces on the outside of the ear cups, but we do have a digital crown like an Apple Watch. There's no replaceable headbands, at least as far as we know, and they don't detect which way round your headphones are to flip the audioscape. Instead, they've put L and R on the inside of the fabric on the cups. What will sell these, though, is the reaction when they're in the hands of unbiased, well, let's say less biased reviewers. How amazing do they sound? How much would you need to spend elsewhere to get this kind of music, this kind of performance, this kind of audio? And will Apple Music be adding an uncompressed tier to their current service, something like Tidal, that gives even more depth to the audio that's being pushed through to them? I have a feeling these are going to have basically a DAC included that is a lot better than people expect. The computational audio is going to be really good. The 7 or 9 microphones on the outside and a couple inside the ear cups are going to really just tune these to absolutely blow people's minds, in the same way that the HomePod did when it was first released, and you could put it in a corner and it would work out the size of your room. This is going to be measuring your ear and working out how it could sound better for you. And honestly, I just don't think people realise quite how good these are going to sound, and I really appreciate Daniel spending some time sending me a whole bunch of audio messages. I would love to get him on the show as well, so if you want to hear a lot more from someone that actually understands this audio a lot better than me, do leave a comment down below and let me know, and we will do our best to get him on the show. But I want to thank everyone that watched yesterday's video. I want to thank everyone that was on the live stream with us, and everyone that was shocked as well, as much as I was when John Prosser was joining us on that live stream. And I've got to say, I really love being a part of this community of YouTubers that's making content and being there and ready. And I think we were probably one of the only live streams that was going on while these announcements dropped from an Apple point of view, because we had huge numbers of people on there. And if you found us yesterday, again, let me know in the comments so that I know where you guys came from, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I'd love for you to see the next live stream too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.